Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars in our Shadow of Elysium series. This episode, if you're watching this as the episodes are coming out, this is going to be a little bit late today. As a matter of fact, I said it was going to come out at 6. As I begin recording, it is 6:22. Sorry about that, but I really wanted to get an episode out today for you guys. The channel was dark yesterday on account of, well, stuff I posted about in the community tab. You might have seen that. But we're going to jump into this episode with... Well, first of all, we have a couple of rockets on the way. We have one rocket that's very close with 12 passengers and some more food, which is going to be important because we just had a crop failure. Yay. And also we have the other rocket. Yeah, we have 2 whole rockets right now. It's fantastic. Bringing some additional electronics, machine parts, and polymers just to top us off. Machine parts especially are good, but the other good thing about this new load of passengers that's arriving is they can start to populate this dome here, and they will start working the machine parts factory, and hopefully be able to, start, creating a little bit more autonomy on the Martian side when it comes to at least machine parts, and then after that we can start focusing on autonomy for electronics, because that's the next very, very, very big step. We also are producing a decent amount now of rare minerals. How many do we have? We have 11 at the moment. So we're going to need a few more people to be working regularly here, but we're getting there. So things are off to a pretty decent, I can't say start anymore, but we're kind of in the mid-game, and things are going decently well. So fingers crossed that we have an eventful episode here. Also, we do have a bunch of anomalies way over here. Let me zoom out. There you go. They're right here. Meteor shower is going for another few seconds. Also, I need to get this wind turbine built. I'm not sure where the last... Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, no, just kidding. That's concrete. We need a machine part. Oh, we're out of machine parts, that's why. So once the other rocket arrives, we will be able to finish that. However, let's see, these require polymers. I don't have a ton of polymers, but I could up my power production by doing these upgrades. I'm not going to worry about it just yet because it's not necessary. But, okay, good. Colonists are arriving and going straight for the new dome, being led boldly by this drone right here, drone number 47. Good for you. Let's see what's happening here. There we go. Production per sol has jumped up to 1.6 on the machine parts, and we're also producing some electronics with our... Oh, nice. Production per sol on rare metals went up. So some of the colonists have reallocated themselves based on best fits. And this is quite good. We really need rare metals to be one of the most produced things so that we can have that electronics autonomy. Running out of electronics in this game is just super obnoxious. Alright, the other rocket is going to be here before you know it. And also we have lots of fuel, so this rocket is refueling quite quickly. Let's take a quick look at how we're doing research-wise. I need to remind myself of where we are anyway. Oh wait, we just finished... Nice, we finished live from Mars, which means we have more applicants coming. That was an important next step before we summon more colonists. But now we're working on biome engineering, which will increase the comfort of all residences in the dome. Also, because we finished live from Mars, we have a new, nice, behavioral shaping. So this is a sanatorium, well, the title of the technology is behavioral shaping. The spire building that results from the technology is the sanatorium, which is a spire-type building. Which reminds me, have we already researched? Yes, we have. We have water reclamation, but we haven't actually started using water reclamation yet. Let's fix that, shall we? Remind me where you are. Oh yeah, you're going to be here. Water reclamation. That requires a decent amount. Maybe I'll wait until we have more of those. We also need more machine parts so that we can construct a tunnel. Constructing tunnels to get up to higher elevation requires an obscene amount of machine parts. So we want to make sure we've got that in order. Which also reminds me, let me take a look as we begin here at where we have metals to our name. Because we've got some metal deposits that we can mine, but we'd have to establish a new dome because they're far away from our current setup, and we need to have a steady flow of metal. A lot more steady than we're facing at the moment. So right now I'm just looking for more surface metal. That's metal without the little triangle underneath it, like that. The triangle is any underground deposit, obviously. Well, it might not be so obvious to all of you, that's why I say it. Alright, so the RC rover is, for whatever reason, not fully charged. Alright, good. RC transport is going for metals as we speak. We're going to need to do more, though. So we need to wait for this rocket to refuel, and as soon as it gets up, I might need to go ahead and start looking into establishing a dome. God, all that terrain's cold, though. I hate that so much. If we did something over here, that would require a lot of extension, honestly. I believe we've already looked into drone hub technology. Remind me. Yes, we have. Okay, so we can build our own drone hubs, but that requires electronics. So a drone hub, let's take a look at extending the base this direction towards this deposit. Yeah, we would need 2 drone hubs. We'd put one there, and then one roughly there. And we'd be good to extend the colony in this direction with a new dome and everything. And that's, you know, that's doable, I think. How are we doing on the electronics production? Not great. Rare metals are at least... Yeah, we need another shipment of colonists, ultimately. As soon as this rocket's fueled up, we're going to launch it. Alright, these parts coming in here will make life a little easier. Also, the polymer factory, how's it doing? Polymers are autonomous. That's good to see. Also, we have plenty of concrete. Don't have to worry about that for a while. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, because we can't wait, I'm going to go ahead and put down a drone hub right, hang on, needs to be in range of the resource depots. Yeah, right there. Alright, so it's going to be right there, and then we'll have the second one right around this location. If you want some information on where that'll be, oh boy, yeah, if we put it right there, it'll work out. So remember, because we are inventors, and we started with this breakthrough, drone hubs don't require power or maintenance, and just sheer force of habit, I have put drone hubs on power lines since the start of the colony. But actually, the second this drone hub is built, it will not need a power line built to it. We're still going to build power lines in this direction, but it's not required, which is the key point. So I'm still going to use it to conduct power. Let's see, I think that was a perfect... Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Straight line. Not necessary at all, at least yet, but yeah, we'll just have it go straight out that way. And the drones will get to work. Ideally, you want to have some of these secured earlier in the game. We just weren't that lucky with our initial resource deposits, so we're having to... we're having to hustle. Now, right now we have 18... I could get some additional funding by having them load up these rare metals. No edible food has been harvested. But we have harvested edible food in other locations. Also, did I set up this farm? Yes, I did. We've got just wheat going right now, so it's probably a good idea to go ahead, now that we've got a bit more food in us. Let's go ahead and factor in some soybeans to the crop rotations. And then once we have more advanced crops... By the way, if you're curious what soybeans do for you, they improve soil quality. They also have a much better optimal harvest, but they take 5 sols as opposed to 2 sols to grow. But if the harvest goes well, which it should because we have a lot more farmers in play now. Alright, good. This rocket's ready to launch. Go. If the harvest goes well, not only will we have a lot of food, but soil quality will increase, which will make future harvests much more likely to be successful. Alright, so the new drone hub is going up, and we're going to get some new drones with that. Just kidding. How are we doing on sector scanning? Now we're scanning over here. I wouldn't mind scanning these areas, because, I mean, hey, if there was even just a little bit more metal, that would be good to know. So the RC transport's going to offload some metal here. Yeah, we're starting to run pretty low. on metals. We need metals in order to produce our machine parts. And we don't... Yeah, we need more colonists to really get this factory going. Right now we have our first 12 colonists in this apartment complex. But we can have 12 more. We have some empty space here, but I'm not using that just yet. I'm thinking maybe once we have more of a flow of electronics, we can do some stores here. But you can do an art store, which uses polymers, and you can do an electronic store, which uses, of course, electronics. All right, good. New drone hub is live, and we can go ahead and build a second one, I suppose. That will require even more electronics, which kind of makes me nervous. I don't have a whole lot of money. We are making money every single time we finish a technology. Our current technology is going to get us a good amount of money, in fact. So that's good, at least. What breakthroughs do I have? Domes cost 50% less basic resources. I love that. Somebody commented about this. That cracked me up. Colonists need to sleep for only 1 hour, and they regain extra sanity when sleeping. Yeah, okay. That didn't even sound fun. Didn't even sound appealing. All right. Ariane 2 is halfway to Earth. You're going to come right back with some colonists. Fuel is still in really good shape. This rocket, in fact, is almost refueled as well. I could make some additional money by shipping these off, but we are... Whoa, what's going on here? Do you not have access to food? You should. I mean, I guess a food depot might be in order out in front of the colony. So I guess I'll do that. I haven't... Maybe it's just been a while since I've had that particular problem arise. But I feel like that's not been an issue in the past. Interesting, yeah, they immediately brought some food that direction. So that's what it was. They didn't have access to food. Great dust storm. What is a great dust storm? Literally never seen that. Oh god. Not just a dust storm. A great dust storm. I think there was a bit of a phonetic slip there. I said death storm. Foreshadowing. Okay. So this rocket is almost refueled. One last fuel, please. There we go. Take off. Get going. Not going to worry about sending those off yet because we need those for electronics. Even though we're not producing a ton of them. Yeah, these colonists are shifting jobs all over the place. I could prioritize some of the buildings to increase production here, but I think the problem will mostly sort itself out. Oh, yep, let's go ahead and order our new passengers. I think the problem will mostly sort itself out in time. Oh, we don't need any officers yet. Oh, wow. So... I'm going to have to cut off some of these. Alright. We're being a little bit too restrictive. We'll have a few cowards, I guess. Back. Now, specialization. Alright. That brings more geologists, botanists, medics, scientists, and engineers. Okay. That makes me feel a little better. Launch. We're going to have to start manually selecting our colonists. Which, yes, I know you can do it. It's a bit of a pain. And I'm recording for the first time in several days here, so I kind of want to play and not spend a lot of time sitting on one screen. Don't get me wrong, that's part of the game, I know, but first episode in a while. Want to develop the colony. Also, my laptop, I discovered, since it has an Intel graphics card, doesn't work well with surviving Mars, which apparently has been a thing. And while I was away, I was not able to even play a little bit, which makes me sad, because I've really gotten back into this game. Also, our first Martian born has been, well, born. It's good news. So we do have a school set up for that Merschenburn, and this is Atlas Polaris, is the little guy's name. All right, Atlas Polaris. He's currently hanging out in the nursery. Atlas Polaris, you're mighty big for a newborn. Oh, this game. Here's to hoping the life cycles in future versions of Surviving Mars get a little bit more, a little bit more fleshed out. It's always funny to see a newborn child, like, hanging out in the nursery, standing like 4.5 feet tall. That's not even a short newborn. That's, you know, that's almost adult height. Come on now. And who are you? Oh, this is our genius. We can take her off the bar. Doesn't need to be there. All right, so we haven't really produced any more electronics. Once these new colonists arrive, we may be in a better position with that. Research-wise, we're almost done with biotech. That'll grant us a lot of new money, which should get us ready for a supply shipment. Meanwhile, we are producing more rare metals. All right, all of my fuel refineries are off right now. I guess I need to turn a few of them on, huh? Just to make sure that I continue to have lots of fuel for these rockets I'm sending back and forth. Of course it requires a machine part. Oh, I forgot these Stirling generators have been open this whole time. Yeah, this one's deteriorated, in fact. Tell you what, let's go ahead and close them up. I don't know if I intended to do that. I can't recall from the previous episode, but they're not, you don't really want to leave them open all the time, and I'm certainly glad I noticed that before the great dust storm starts. I'm just going to call it a death storm. How about that? Let's call it a death storm. That's what it feels like. Alright, colonists should go straight to the second... Oh, wait, no. Someone must have moved out of this one. Yeah, that's what happened. But as soon as they step in, they should start occupying jobs. There we go. Alright, so this thing should refuel pretty quickly. The question is, should I go ahead? You know what? Yeah. Let's have Ariane number 2 start loading up on rare metals. We're low on machine parts, but we're about to finish a technology. In seconds, actually. 99%. See, I forget that that's there. I'm still not used to that being visible. There we go. So it's not a ton of extra funding. Wait, no, not an orbital probe. Yeah, just 5 of each again. I'm not thrilled about that. Polymers I think I need the least. Electronics I might need the most. So let's do 5 machine parts and 10 electronics. And is there anything else I can put on this thing? I mean, it's really a question of funding. I can put a lot more on it, but... just gonna launch. There are some things that I can do to make some additional monies. We could do 500 million in funding using Martian patents, and of course I've got a rocket loading up with new rare metals to send to Earth. Newly mined rare metals. Residences and basic domes, microdomes, and barrel domes have improved comfort. Also utility crops. I forgot I already had this unlocked. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to keep transport optimization up top because we need to knock out some of these basic technologies, but utility crops, I need that sooner than later. 8 hours until the Great Dust Storm begins. / Death Storm. Alright, so with biome engineering done, everyone should now be a little bit more comfortable, which will make Earth sickness a little bit less likely. It's good to know. We are starting to pile up a little bit more food, which is also good to see. Soil quality here is 50%. Looks like we're building... Yep, we're harvesting soybeans in each crop. One is a little bit further along than the other. Alright, so let me go ahead and put some depots down where they will be accessible to these drones. Yeah, all of those are accessible to this one. So we need depots to be in this general area here. No, I just want a universal depot. There we go. How about we do a... I mean, I don't really need a fuel depot, but a metals depot, absolutely. That's going to be necessary. Also, a couple of recharging stations are in order here. Let's get that taken care of. There we go. Looks like we did gain one electronic, which is nice. If you can call it that. An electronic has been gained. Now, the trouble with this dust storm is that as long as it's in place, yeah, it's only in place for one... What's the deal? I mean, this isn't a very long dust storm. This is 1 sol in 8 hours. It's not a huge problem. Obviously, it shut down all my buildings, but I think I'm okay. Definitely kind of a harrowing... I mean, just look at it. You can see the sun setting back behind the mountains there, just barely through the storm. You're ready to launch, but obviously you won't be able to in the middle of a dust storm. We are producing more electronics, a little bit more than 1 per day now. Still not great. Still not great. However, our rare metals extractor is still doing pretty well. How many do we still have in the ground? Plenty. Very high grade. Can somebody in the comments explain grade to me? That is something I've tried to look up in the encyclopedia multiple times. Every resource in the game. This is something I don't know about Surviving Mars and haven't been able to... Well, I haven't Googled it, but I've tried to look in the game every time I've played. And like, see, this is high grade. This is high grade. This is average grade concrete. This is low grade water. What is grade? Is grade... Does that just have to do with like the size of the deposit? If so, why is it a separate value after you see the amount? Like, why do we need to have it basically on there twice? You know, talk to me. I genuinely don't know, and I'm sure others would benefit from that discussion as well. So I would appreciate it. Please and thanks. It's going to be time pretty soon to go ahead and get, as soon as this rocket lands especially. It's going to be time to get that new drone station built. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and give the order. Okay, that's pretty good for me. So that metal will be in place. Yeah, once this drone hub is down, we will have the means to go ahead and get a new dome going over here and have some sustained metals production. Speaking of sustained metals production, this guy's done. Right, so let's load from this deposit. Yeah, we're actually running quite low on metals at this point, so that's going to be a bit of a... Let's call it a minor crisis in the next episode. Not the worst of crises, but at the same time, something we're going to have to fix ASAP. And I may go ahead... Yeah, let's give the order. This is This is going to eat away from my metal right here, as a matter of fact. There goes a lot of my metal right there. Actually, we are probably, come to think of it, we're going to need a lot of metal to build the dome itself, so we're going to have to order metal from Earth, which I hate to do, but I think it's just it's a side effect of not having started with a metal mine outright. We've been getting all of our metal from surface sources, and that just can't continue. Okay, transport optimization is done. That's good news. We have a few more hours with Great Dust Storm. All right, with transport optimization being done, rovers no longer need recharging. Ooh. The RC rover starts with 4 additional drones, and the command limit is increased by 12. Very nice. All right, so we're working on utility crops now. I'm going to leave the research projects as they are. Going to wait for this dust storm to end before I end the episode. I think we'll be okay in the grand scheme. What's your deal? Yeah, I'm out of machine parts. Polymer factory breaks without machine parts. This is why having those up and running and why metal is so important. Okay. You land. Now the good news, when that rocket gets home... Whoa, what's going on with power here? I guess it's just because we are in the middle of the night. Maybe it's been that way. Oh, I know what it was. We were in that dust storm for a while, and that was increasing production. Also, I am starting to... Oh, crap. Yeah, we have a problem. This is going to be fun. I have more metal than I thought I would at the end of all that, with this being done out here, but still. We need machine parts. Badly. So this particular shipment is going to be an important step in the next episode, because we're going to use the money we get from that to bring down a bunch of new machine parts, and also maybe some electronics. Polymers we seem to be okay on. We seem to be producing, yeah, a really good amount now per sol. But even the machine parts factory is doing a little better. Electronics factory, not so much, but using that extra money, we will be able to get some more resources to Mars, and we're going to have to order some metal directly. But once that's done, we'll be able to put down a dome here, bring some new colonists in with this rocket once it's back on Earth. And actually all of this together, this whole process I'm describing, will also give more colonists the time, more applicants the time to generate on Earth, hopefully. And then we will have them start to work the mines at this particular location. So, bit of a dicey situation at present with the wind power going out, and it even looks like I have a shortage at the moment. Wow. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to put all of my wind turbines on top priority. And I do have a lot of polymers, so I am going to go ahead and order that all of the existing turbines that need it get this upgrade done, because we're going to need as much power production as we can manage. And we're going to have to see how the next episode goes. Not having metals early on in mine form could prove to be this colony's first real issue. I was saying earlier it might be a mini crisis. If it's not well handled, could be a bit more of a major crisis. We'll see. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time now that I'm back home. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.